All right, so we are moving forward with our Guild Wars 2 personal story playthrough as we continue to charge into Secrets of the Obscure and look to take the fight to the Cryptus here. We've gained control of the Wizard's Tower. So let's see the Wizard's Tower. This is fun. This is cool. See the Wizard's Tower in its fully operational form, and really get to. This helps us get to know the Wizard's Court and the Astral Ward much better because there's an incredible amount of interaction, and there's also a lot of lore here. But I'm not going to explore it the way I did in that last instance. I just genuinely don't have like what is happening here. Oh, are we just looking at the? We were just looking at the back of the portal. We just don't have the time for it, right? But there is a ton going on. Are we interested in relics? I feel like someone's trying to like sell me something. Hey man, you want to watch? I got watches. I got good watches. These watches are cheap. Come look at my watches. That's what I feel like is happening here. But instead, relics. So relics are one of the systems they introduced with Secrets of the Obscure. Um, it seemed like a really good idea, and people are kind of feeling like maybe it didn't come out quite as well as we'd hoped. But I mean, it's interesting. Like it's a fun and interesting little thing that they got going on. Here's a relic, for example, relic of the fireworks. So when I use a weapon skill, 20 seconds or more recharge, for example, thump, then I get an additional effect. So they actually put in the story a specific moment, or this being that moment, when we go and we talk to someone and we learn in game kind of how this relic business came to be. So I guess we'll go find out about relics really quick. They actually have a lore explanation for why runes have changed and relics have been introduced. It's not just a system change. No, it's a world change.
I can feel them. Your relics.
That's weird, bro.
The highest ranking archivist in the Astral Ward. I've been looking for a globetrotter like yourself.
I'm
Runes
happy
and
to...
sigils have always been a capstone of the magic ecosystem, granting power to charlatan and sorcerer alike. But their powers are quite dormant compared to our relics. I believe they are broken pieces of very old runes. Very old. When the dragon cycle ended, not only did the spire hiccup, no, many of our spells and magics reverted to an archaic state. These fascinating and magnificent objects included.
All right. Oh, let's run over here and let's catch this ball. And if these guys actually successfully complete it, then we'll get the achievement. Right? That's what we want, to get the achievement? All right. Good luck, guys. I'm going to freeload off you. Hopefully I get it. So there's a tag for this because, and I doubt the two of them are going to be able to do it like by themselves. Even if I were to join them, I doubt we'd successfully complete it. It's like really nice with like 8 or 9 people. It's pretty easy. It's a challenge with just a couple people. You get a mastery point out of it if they actually pull it off. We'll get a mastery point for participating, albeit very briefly. But yeah, people are actually like getting a commander and putting it up in the LFG because it's hard to do. You have to do it as a group. So there we got a little bit about the relics. When the dragon cycle ended, it altered the way the magic of the world works, so much so that like runes are different now. And ancient relics, which once didn't do anything, such as Relic of the Wizard's Tower here, now do in fact do something. They have new powers. Also, talking about putting new systems into the game. So with Secrets of the Obscure, the daily system changed. Oh, no, came down and started again because they didn't get it. When the daily system changed, they decided to literally put that in the world as well. So this is
Thank goodness I locked myself in
the vault.
during the incursion.
Yep.
Had Cryptus entered, I was ready with a knife.
Probably a butter knife. Jeez, Vivian. All right. So what is this place? Wizard's personal vault. I'm its caretaker. I was told something about rewards. Now that we have an asset as curious as you, of course, the commander, we're interested in trading your knowledge for, well, some of ours. When you do tasks, then there are artifacts that we'd be willing to part with. Yeah. So this is physically in the world, the Wizard's Vault system. That is the Wizard's Vault. Okay, let's continue forward with, well, yes, with the story, but also continue looking around this place because it's actually really cool. There's some activities here. We got Target practice in the Wizard's Tower. There's also a race, which is like hidden behind a door that isn't like marked, which is kind of fun. I don't remember exactly. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Where is it? I've forgotten now. You know why? Because it's not marked. That's why. Ah, this is it, I think. Yeah, look, it's got a little symbol here and stuff. Okay, see? Race. Oh, the race is underway. Should we do it? We really shouldn't. This has nothing to do with the story at all. Oh, ooh, almost messed it up. I think it's the next phase that I like really dislike quite a bit. Oh, there's only 23 seconds left. That's awful. What's next? Diamond. Ah, it wasn't up yet. Alright, now it's on diamond. It's about to go to circle. Whoa. This part kills me. Like, I'm terrible at this part. Alright, cool. We got 50 silver out of it. Anyway, it's a race. You get the idea. Oh, for crying out loud. What else we got? Got all the vendors, all the crafting stations, but like it feels like there's so much going on. And I think Arborstone probably had a vast majority of this as well. But Arborstone somehow didn't feel as lively, whereas they got so many NPCs doing so many different things here, and you can talk to them. Look, this guy wrangles Skychack. Um, like that's like his thing. That's really bizarre, but also really cool and just a lot of fun. So, great area, lots of fun. Oh, and the story continues here. So let's go grab that. I think there's a mastery pointers too in here, if I remember correctly.
Commander, over here.
I agree with Lear. I thought they'd be
We got more members, more wizards.
taller.
Hold your knife still. This is the Wayfinder.
Who? Oh, right. Still getting used to that.
This is Zizzle and Galrath, representatives from the Bastion of the Obscure and the Bastion of the Natural.
Think of the bastions like, the Asuran colleges, but subtract the fraternizing and studying and replace that with fieldwork.
We specialize in and observe the various magical ecosystems that sustain Tyria.
Mabon was spotted in the Bastion of Knowledge. He was
Not well, and unable to hold out much longer.
That sounds
Wayfinder,
bad.
We will need your aid when we locate him.
What do you think he's doing?
hiding for all our sakes.
While they continue to search, Rian could use you at the Bastions. You can
Ugh.
go now.
I'll make my preparations and head out.
So we know what that means when they say,
What were we gossiping about?
"You guys gonna gossip?" I want to hear. Yeah. Oh, I guess we can ask them about the gossip. There's like things over their heads. Okay. So when they say Rion needs us, we know what that means. It means a whole bunch of riffs. Before we go waste our time doing riffs, Zoja, what's up? Amnytas is something else. I wish you were seeing it in better circumstances. So, Amnytas absolutely is like a really cool map in certain ways. There are certain things about it that I don't necessarily love. There are a couple things that kind of don't feel good, but overall, super cool. And I do enjoy it quite a bit. So we'll see that soon enough. It's an academic's dream. Oh yeah, within the story, it's also that, right? If Radasum lost a quarter of the ego and adopted Lear's ethical practices, the things they do. But now I'm rambling. Okay, yeah, like, get over it, right? You're not at Rodasum anymore. Galrath the Undying. This is the first time we meet this guy, so he looks like an Awakened. Do they recruit an Awakened, or like, what's his story? Fine, just getting to know everyone. Okay. Okay. So I feel like we recognize the name Galrath, but I can't place it. I should probably look it up on the wiki, but I'm not going to right now. I'll look it up another time. But I feel like that name has appeared somewhere. So I think they're actually introducing maybe a name from like Nightfall. In the first game, maybe, not sure, because is that a shield from the first game as well? I think it is. What sword is he wielding? I don't recognize it off the back of my hand. Yeah, I need to know who Galroth is. Amnytas, scary place to be compromised. How much have you learned of it in your time here? I'd love to know more. Though I didn't really answer Fred's question. By the way, is your daughter still dead? Like, are we ever gonna come circle back around to that? Amnytas is it's a hub of research. The bastions represent different subsets of Tyrian magic. So I guess we got it's like not the elements, but it's something else. And so we have the 6 again. So remember, there were 6 gods. There were 6 dragons. Each of the dragons had like 2 things that was associated with, and then like, but this is different, right? So these are not dragon magics, and these don't really align with the magics that the dragons had, which is probably for the best. But the number 6 does pop. Oh, it's the maid. Is this like the local maid? Cleans the wizard's tower. But yeah, 6 again. Each wizard runs one of these bastions. It's a place worth protecting, and under Cryptus attack, it's dangerous. Ancient relics, stored magic. So kind of like the instance that we just went through, Amnytas is like an open world version of that. There's a lot of things to see there, and a lot of things laying around, and in this map, so Wizard's Tower as well. Things that are like lore relevant and interesting, right? Oh, she's wielding a torch, or oh no, that's a leyline torch. It's not the new one. The spire being Isgaren's barrier between us and the mist. Yes. Okay, so we kind of learn here what the actual purpose of the spire is, right? To the wizards and so forth. Thanks, Zizzle. My daughter's a big fan of Zizzle. We got like Froggy guy here, who's also a wizard. A lot of faces and names to internalize. Mine should be easy. Zizzle, as in sizzle. Complete happenstance. I've always been a connoisseur of alchemy, or alchemical craft. So much so I accidentally neglected an attack party approaching my village. Thankfully, no one died. I was banished by my Kana. So that is one of the interesting things about the Wizard's Court here. And I think they do this intentionally. And I have seen this in real life where an organization of very capable, elite people, really, were all kind of outcast from where they had previously come from. And we kind of get that with the Wizard's Court here, too, right? Like, they're all outcasts, but they're all incredible in their own way. So... another wow, I don't even know how to say that, and I consider myself a pretty smart guy. Bo Adiel? I don't know. I clearly just butchered that. Don't let Galrath ruin the mood. He might sound sharp, but he's a puddle of affection when you crack that shell. Puddle of affection. I don't feel like that's true. I think Sizzle's lying to me. All right. I guess we will go start to explore Amnytas and do rifts. Guess we'll do rifts. Super. Yep. There we go. It doesn't even give us like any kind of like story intro or anything. It just says go find rifts. Do it now. Don't waste my time. Go to rifts. Alright. So we're not going to go directly to rifts. We're going to completely ignore what it just said. We are first going to go get a waypoint. A very specific waypoint. Of all the waypoints on this map, there's one that like really, really matters to us, and then there are others that probably matter less. And we're going to go get the one that really, really matters to us. But it's going to be a little bit of a trick to get to. Oh, look, birthday cakes. Why can't I stand on that? There we go. So one of the things I think is just amazing about oh, come on. I didn't want to actually launch off that. I just wanted to land on the tree. Fine, we'll just land right here then. That's fine. One of the things I think is amazing about Secrets of the Obscure is, you know, I remember how flat the game was at launch, which I don't think it felt that way at launch. It felt like it was pretty cool. But in retrospect, like, it was really quite flat. And we learned that from Heart of Thorns, because Heart of Thorns was not flat. Heart of Thorns had what at the time felt like a ton of verticality, right? And then End of Dragons kind of gave us a new perspective on verticality in, like, New Kainang, with the towering jade thing and some of that stuff. It was quite a lot of fun. It was quite interesting. They take that to a whole nother level with Secrets of the Obscure, where this map has a mind-boggling amount of verticality. Where was that? Which one did I pick up? Oh, sticks. Good times. You know what? We're not even going to get that waypoint. Too much of a run. We got things to do. The waypoint we need is up here. Which means we have to find a way to get high enough to fly over there. Ooh, I don't know if we have the, we're going to have the ability to get that high. Oh, man, we didn't... Oh, wait. But you know what we can do? We'll just run along the edge here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, nice. And that right up there is where the final meta event happens. And it takes place kind of over all around this ring and stuff. So this ring, and then the spire in particular in the middle, are, like, stand out above everything else. However, there is a waypoint right here. That makes this waypoint by far the highest waypoint on the map. So if you start from here, then pretty much no matter where your rift ends up being, you will be able to get there much easier. If you start out low, then you're going to try to fly. You're either going to waypoint, or you're going to end up trying to find a way to get up high with, like, your sky scale and stuff. Because you're waypointing if you go to that waypoint as well. The difference is you're going to have it. It's central and it's high. It's like you know, I think it had more to do with the meta event, but it also kind of feels like they just wanted to make it a touch easier for folks to actually do rifts on this map. Maybe they did, maybe they did not. I don't know. But it is nice that that it's there, for sure. Do I want to go axe? Maybe I want to go axe. Do none of these guys have reflex? That'd be amazing if none of them had reflex. God knows I hate reflex. The person just leave? We were halfway through and they left? Are they counting on just getting the credit? Ooh, that makes me want to just stop and not do it. Oh no, they're going to the other one who's doing T2 riffs. That's why nobody's doing this with me, because they're doing T2 riffs on the Apple. Where's Apple? Maybe we should just go to do T2 rifts with the apple. No wonder the other person left. Okay, I take back everything bad that I said about them. They're actually fine people, and we love them for who they are. We don't love them. Just in time. Just in time.
Time to do some real damage.
Ah, it's one of the guys that... Oh, wow. Well, that was regrettable.
Oh, thank you.
We heal as one. Through. Replenishing. We heal as one.
Just a bit of your soul. Won't miss it.
Now, how many times does this mark now where we have had to actually complete rifts as like part of the story? Because I think this is the third time. Oh no, I got the thingy thing. And that's like, man, that's so much. Like it almost at this point starts feeling worse than like the do hearts or fill the green bar, right? Which it is a green bar, but
Good news, Commander.
Um,
I mean, Wayfinder. The rifts you're sealing are enabling Zizzle to pick up on stronger astral frequencies. It's helpful.
I'm seeing very dense clouds of consciousness, emotions, swirling. But they're getting darker.
Keep it up. We'll find Mabon in no time at this rate.
all right, so they're trying to find Mabon. Like there's the story piece to it too, right? Where is Apple going if they're doing another T2? Apple done? Maybe Apple's done. Ah, we only got one T2 out of it. And we're going to need to do like 4 more rifts. Yeah, these are the people who were at the other ones. I guess Apple was done. Well, can't necessarily fault them for that. After all, they're not fun. And there's a cost associated with upgrading the rifts, which I think is real unfortunate. I heard someone propose a system where defeating like a certain number of, like T1s would give you a token, and you could convert a certain number of, T1 tokens, by like double clicking or something into an item that would produce a T2 rift. T2s would give you a token that, same thing, and then you could generate the T3. Like, that is so much better than, like, hey, craft some piece of trash, which costs you, like, gold, to draw out the rifts that you want. Like, I mean, the whole rift system, like, everything about the way they introduced it feels designed to punish the player. None of it feels good. I think that's, like, super unfortunate. Because I don't think it didn't have to be that way. Like, they could have come up with a system that was, like, really cool, but they didn't. Too bad. Really too bad. What is this for?
Or am I
Yeah. Nice. Alright.
all shiny?
We'll be happy about daily soon. Even the risks. Because when we get to 0 to 0, we're going to be doing, I think we're going to do a legendary. And so we'll be buying the legendary prep kit or whatever it's called. Alright, at least 2 more rifts. Might end up being 3. Oh, Apple's back. Alright, cool. I guess she's spawning them and then popping the apple. Maybe that's what's going on there. I almost feel bad about it because because Apple is incurring a cost to do this, and like that, I think that's a huge bummer, in my opinion, and increases the likelihood of people leeching off Apple. Now, in this case, Apple is, is advertising in map chat, so I don't feel like super bad. I assume Apple wants people to come help, but. What if this was like a squad of like 8 people who had already worked out like the finances of doing this, and like they
I could outrun a centaur.
like they had this all set up, and then people were just showing up and like leeching off of them. Like that wouldn't feel good, right? I don't know. I don't love the implementation. I don't even like the implementation. If it wasn't for legendary armor, I don't even know that I would ever do rifts again once the story was complete. On my main account, I probably will pursue
Mine.
legendary
All
armor.
mine.
Because why not? But we'll see. Oh, what happened there? Oh, is that the one I was working on? Did it like redirect me to the one I was on my way to before? Yeah, that's exactly where the one that I was going to go to was. Yeah, what's Livia got going on? Escorting relics by shooting at the cryptist from the magic platform. That sounds fun. I might come back and do it sometime. There we go. Oh, are they already killing the thing? We're like leeching off all these people.
Time to do some real damage. We heal as one.
We've almost got him. Just a few more.
Do not lose your grip, Sizzle. Root yourself.
Poor Sizzle. Alright, so we need to do one more. And so we're getting like these prompts, and this is like the second or third time we've seen it in the story, where, can we see the magic platforms? We cannot. Must not be close. Oh yeah, there they are. Magic platforms. What fun. Alright. I'm gonna have to circle back around and do that event sometime. Because I'm really intrigued by that. But no, instead I'm doing riffs just to advance the story. And you will too. Or you already have. There we go. Alright, that should be our last one. Ever? Maybe. I don't think I have any desire to do legendary armor on this account. I don't think that appeals to me in the slightest. And it's not even the grind. Like I think legend. If you're gonna have an open world PvE legendary armor, which is kind of a ridiculous thing, it should be grindy. It should be brutally grindy. But that does that mean that you have to grind things that are no fun? Like, at least let people grind fun content, right? If you had to do 400 fractals as part of the acquisition, I wouldn't bat an eye at that. But to do hundreds of rifts, I don't like that one bit.
You sick? Turret constructed.
Oh, is it the guy who moves around a lot?
They'll have to hit much harder.
Alright, there we go.
Wait, Commander, we found him.
Is everything okay? Zoja, take a breath.
It's not okay. I don't approve of what they're doing to him. We'll meet you outside before we head in.
That didn't sound good.
No, it didn't, Patha. You're right. Mysterious voice who talks in my head and openly admits to being potentially dangerous. It did not sound good at all. Lots of theories, and so it's a whole nother conversation about, like, some people's theories are pretty wild. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's bad for the game. Like, that would be super dramatic to be like, oh, all these people and their theories, it's terrible for the game. But, like, it will be bad for the game if they're right. You know, if it turns out that, like, Doom is behind all this, or Abaddon is behind all this, or something like that, that will be, like, abhorrently bad story writing. Like, just let it be a thing. Like, don't make it or. So there's a lot of that on this map that's kind of fun. There's, like, a tree that just says tree. There's Mithril, where it's, like, misspelled and has, like, special characters in it. Here we have ore. Well, let's see what we actually get. What? Arcane Treasure Master. Okay, so we can't even... is it a treasure chest, I guess? Whatever it is, we can't do anything with it. This is part of the new Skyscale acquisition system, I believe. Which I have yet to do. I have an account where I was working on getting Skyscale. Oh, why did I do that? And stopped to see what the new system was going to look like. And I kind of wish I had just done it, based on what I'm hearing. But, I don't know, maybe even later this weekend. Maybe tomorrow. I'll just do it and see what it feels like and see how it goes. Oh, are we doing a thing here? Do we want to go ahead and do another rift just for the rewards? Is the boss, like, spawning right? It looks like the boss is about to spawn. We might as well just kill this guy real fast. It's not even a boss. Just kill an elite real fast and get a little bit of extra rewards. Now, sadly, like, the rewards from these things, or I don't know, I don't want to say sadly because I would have done it the same way. But of note, the rewards for rifts are account bound. So,
Mine. All mine.
like, I can't benefit from doing them on this account and, like, send that to my main account in the hopes of I can't kill that thing. In the hopes of oh,
Spoke of this place like a kingdom.
what?
It's
Hey, look, it's Ghostly Patha.
Patha?
what?
I can see you.
You can. What?
They'll have to hit much harder.
You must be getting closer to him.
Oh, rats.
Damn it.
All right, so now we can see Patha, and we can see she very much looks like a Cryptus, right? And presumably is.
Clear the air. We heal as one. Time to do some real damage.
A lot of so there is this weird, I don't know, in my opinion, weird thing that's happening where, like, people are expressing, like, a weird crush on Patha. I mean, I guess, man. I guess. Better than Timey, I suppose. It's weird. It's weird to me, but you do you. All right, let's come up here where we're not going to get like shot or ambushed by all these. Oh, we are still going to get shot up here. Great. Oh, we're going to get shot pretty bad actually. All right. So I was going to end right there to where I could start the next story tomorrow and continue to move. But it's not a safe place to hang out. So we'll come up here and hope that the veteran. Oh, really? Oh, that's sad. And hope that the Skycheck doesn't kill us. In fact, maybe we'll go up here. Yes. Yes, we will. Oh, and then we're going to fall. Perfect. Yeah, that's nice. All right, let's wrap it up here for today. So we are now in Amnytas, which is a really, really cool map. You know, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought there were 6. I thought there were 6 bastions. Are there 2 down here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. We'll clear up more of the map when we come back. But we got the different bastions here. We got the spire, this tower thing, which is like right here, and that's what Isgarn has used to protect the world from the mists and these rifts in the mists and the cryptis coming through and everything. So really cool map, really fun stuff. And we've got a bunch of lore in the previous instance. So here we kind of work to advance. But honestly, we did not accomplish a whole lot moving towards story because we had to do a bunch of rifts, and we also took the time to kind of explore the Wizard's Tower and Amnytas, which is really dominated by the Spire here, and notably, if you can get Bastion and Celestial Waypoint, then you got everything, right? That's keys to the kingdom when it comes to this map. So when we come back, we're actually going to confront Maban at the Bastion of Strength, right? Because remember, he like heavily hinted that he was having some issues with the Cryptis and that like he might be sneaking closer to possession. And now we've pretty much determined that that's the case, right? Like Lear and Sizzle tracked him down, and yeah, he's not having a good time. So next time we come back, we're gonna go ahead and confront Maban and find out what is going on there. So we're moving through Secrets of the Obscure, which is a pretty good story in spite of a few odd things here and there. Very interesting if you just let it stand alone and don't try to make it about season 3 or season 4 or Path of Fire or some of the bad storytelling arena that's done. Just let this be its own thing, and it ends up being really good. So we'll pick it up again next time. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I hope you enjoy your, what is it, Saturday? Hope you enjoy your Saturday evening. Have a good one.